In Imperial year 1181, the new Adrestian Emperor, Edelgard von Hresvelg, led a strategic assault against the monastery at Garreg Mach. Though her own losses were great, her foes had no choice but to surrender. Archbishop Rhea commanded the Knights of Seros, leading from the front lines against the Imperial army. After a hard-fought battle, she was forced to retreat to Ferdiad, the capital of Fargus, where she must now plan her next move. With this single attack, the Adrestian Empire officially launched its offensive against the Holy Kingdom of Fargus and the Leicester Alliance. The unification of Fodlan has begun. Part 2. Crimson Flower. Ethereal Moon. Beyond Escape. It is Imperial year 1185. Half a decade has passed since Emperor Edelgard ascended the Imperial throne, yet the continent of Fodlan still remains lost in a tempest of turmoil and bloodshed. In the Holy Kingdom of Fargus, King Dimitri has welcomed Archbishop Rhea and her knights, who were driven out of Garreg Mach to the kingdom capital. As they work to build a unified front, the war with the Empire rages on to the west. Meanwhile, Claude, leader of the Alliance, staves off Imperial intervention by strategically stirring up conflicts between Leicester lords in an effort to feign neutrality. As events unfold, Edelgard and her Black Eagle strike force begin to take action in an attempt to break the war's current state of deadlock.
You. How long do you intend to sleep? Your body is awake. Your eyes must open now, and you must find the strength to stand upon those legs of yours. Like so much rain, a pool of blood has fallen to the ground. As spears and arrows pierce the earth, it weeps. And even now, it weeps. In order to survive, they kill. And so the people of this world are lost in an abyss of suffering. They weep as well. The only one who truly knows the nature of such things is I. Or rather, you. You are a complete and utter fool! Have you not changed one bit? Get on your feet. Right now! I'll coddle you no more! You are just like a child, always needing me to hold your hand.
Hey, are you awake?
Where am I?
We're in a village at the base of the monastery. What are you doing in a place like this? I honestly didn't expect to find someone floating away down the river. Garreg Mach is upstream of here, but that place was abandoned.
What do you mean?
Huh? You don't know? The Church of Seros isn't there anymore. Though, there have been some folks still living there in the 5 years since... well, you know. Regardless, the Imperial Army has taken over now.
What year is it?
Are you feeling alright? You didn't hit your head or anything, did you? It's the ethereal moon of the year 1185. It's been nearly 5 years since the monastery fell. Tomorrow was supposed to be the Millennium Festival, but who's got time to think about things like that?
Millennium Fest.
Yeah, that's what I said. But with the war and the Archbishop still missing it all, I doubt there's a soul to be found who has enough blessings worth counting. Hey, slow down, will ya? Where do you think you're going?
The monastery.
Are you crazy? The Imperial Army is there.
I know.
Come on, I promise I won't say you're a coward. Just forget about going anywhere near the monastery. You just remember I tried to stop you. Got it? It's not on my conscience if you wind up dead.
No need to worry about me.
Unbelievable.
"5 years ago to the day. If things had continued on as they were, today would have been the Millennium Festival." Halt! Who's there?
Boo.
It can't be. Professor? Is it really you? But I searched everywhere and never found a trace. My teacher. What have you been doing all this time? Where have you been?
I was dead.
Joking? At a time like this? You do realize it's been 5 years since you disappeared. Do you have any idea how guilty I felt? How broken my heart was? I searched high and low after you vanished. Although there was no proof, I somehow knew you were alive. All this time, I led everyone as best I could, and fought with all my heart. It's been a difficult path to walk alone. Welcome back, my teacher. I'm so happy that you're safe. 5 years. Such a short time, but it feels like an eternity ago. Do you still feel the way you did all those years ago?
What?
You said then that you would fight at my side no matter how many enemies we should amass. As for me, my resolve has not faltered. I'm determined as ever to see this through to the end. I will defeat the false goddess. I will save this world from those creatures and give humanity its freedom back. So, my teacher, are you prepared to stand with me?
Yep.
I thank you. Truly. Now then, I assume you understand the situation at hand, yes?
Nope. I was asleep all this time.
Another joke? Or are you telling the truth? I suppose you must be. In that case, I'll tell you all that has transpired as you slumber these past 5 years. And that is where we are now. The war is at a stalemate. Dimitri is the new king of Fargus. It's clear that his territory will continue to support the church. Meanwhile, Claude's leadership has thrown the Alliance into chaos. He maintains neutrality in their internal conflict. The situation has created a deadlock. We've been awaiting an opportunity for our squadron to return to the monastery. With you in the fray, I believe the state of the war will shift immediately. The church, as well as the kingdom and the Alliance. The time has come to eliminate them all.
Church of Ceros.
Rhea, Sedith, the Knights, and the others are in prime condition. They've set up their base within the kingdom capital. The Immaculate One and her family have yet to fight on the front lines. However, we must eventually face and defeat them. It would mean a great deal to have you with us when the time comes. Good. Well then, I believe it's time for a little reunion. The Black Eagle Strike Force never lost faith. They knew you were alive and have been awaiting your return. Let's not keep them waiting any longer.
Anyway, guys, welcome back. Yeah. We're 5 years in the future now. In the second part of the game. Well, third.
Well now, that face is certainly familiar. I am glad to see you alive and well, Professor.
Professor! It's me, Bernie! Do you remember me? I can't believe you're here!
I can't believe it. Is this a dream? Can we really be this lucky?
This is not dreaming.
Our professor is with us again. Welcome to the back. I mean,
Welcome to the pack.
Our group isn't the same without you. I am overjoyed to see you again.
it's been so long. Seeing you again fills my heart with hope.
Great. Now everything will be easy. That's great you're safe, Professor. I'm deeply, deeply moved.
Quite the reunion, isn't it, Professor? Everyone's happy to see you.
Come on, Edelgard. You must be happier than all of us combined. She took it really hard when you disappeared, Professor.
Of course, we did our very best in your absence, and there was never a day that we doubted you would return to us.
Edelgard has been leading us as Emperor. But after you disappeared, it became apparent that you were her anchor. It gives me regret to be admitting this, but our power is not enough. The only one who can be meeting Edelgard's expectations is you, Professor.
Most impressive of all is your uncanny ability to bring a smile to everyone's face.
In the years since you vanished, we have not lost anyone from our ranks.
Woohoo!
We all longed for your presence and your leadership, myself included.
It seems fitting to view this as a new beginning for the Black Eagle Strike Force. We already have our target.
Yes, we must eliminate the Alliance before moving on to fight the Kingdom and the Church. However, that doesn't necessarily mean we must occupy the entirety of the Alliance. House Rican stands against the Empire. Therefore, our target is Deirdre, the aquatic capital.
We must cross the Aramid River, which separates the Empire and the Alliance. To do that, we must take the largest bridge across it. The Great Bridge of Myrden. Myrden connects the monastery and the Imperial capital to the east. It is the shortest route there.
An Alliance stronghold has been built at the Great Bridge. We'll take that and then head north. At the same time, we must defeat the one who defends it, Judith von Daphne. If we can also take control of Daphne territory, it would be greatly beneficial to us. Prepare yourselves. The next battle will be a momentous one. Join me, my friends, as we begin our journey to bring peace and solace to this war-ravaged world.
Sure, why not?
Ah, it feels good to sing nice and loud. Fill my chest up with sound.
I want to leave. Don't make me do this.
My forced end? Oh, yep. Everybody's like, no. Gotta see battles. 4 until 4:20. Okay. Our qualification. Constance. Okay, Yuri? Go for it.
That was a breeze.
I was trying to, gonna be a Falcon Knight, I think. Oh, we need more. Where's my book? Open my book. Open the book. Dorothea, you are going to be a Valkyrie. You're not even in that class. Okay. Oop, Dorothea. Oh, her in a little hat. Her little hat. Oh, it doesn't show it. 46%. 47%. Try again. Oh my god, how is he failing?
Not my best.
Really want you to get this. Work on a writing. Writing a B or more. Petra. Wait, what is Petra doing? I screwed up. Petra. Petra is Falcon Knight. Lances. Working on it. Okay. Goals. Petra. Straight up lances. Dorothea. Straight up writing. I like my notebook, so if anyone's making fun of me for it. Okay. I gotta see what everybody's at. It's gonna be a great night. Her certs. Great night. She needs to work on writing. So, Edelgard. Straight up writing, please. Hubert Warlock. I have no idea where Warlock is. Right here. Really? Okay, cool. I need a pen so I can mark off the ones that have completed their OG task.
I've passed.
What you doing, Coda? Ah, there's my ink pen. Okay. So we have Hubert. A big check mark. Stop, Coda. Birdie, what you got? You want to be a paladin. No idea where paladins are. This one, you need to work on lances. So, lances and nothing else. Who's next? Heart. Dark Bishop. Reason. Straight up reason. He's working on that already. Oh, let's do this one. Okay, already there. Caspar. You are wanting to be a war master. Okay. Sorry about this, guys. This is something that needs to be done. War master. The war monk. War master. Master, there you are. Axe and brawling still. Okay. Goals. Action brawling. Sweet. Bernadetta. You are wanting to be great tonight also. Let's see what you need to work on. Axe riding and heavy armor. Okay, so heavy and riding I have to work on. Oops. Riding and heavy she's still working on. Orthea, Valkyrie. Got her on her riding. Got her spears. Felix. Sure. X. Faith. Okay. I have a lot of people. Ash. Bone Knight. It's bow and riding. Yes, hands and riding. They'll just keep popping things with the bow. Hands and writing's already there. Okay, on. I've not chosen any. Don't care at the moment. Study. Memory. Still working on Faith and Reason. Everybody's things have changed. It's annoying me. Okay, so needs to work on. Just Reason. Oh no, that's Faith. Reason. Hold up! Stop it! Chair's expensive. Trying claw at my chair, but can't because she doesn't have front claws. Doesn't mean she's not trying. Ingrid also wants to be a falcon. Ingrid. Or Falcon Knight, you need levels. Ready to go. Alright, you have nothing for you. It's sniper. Are you already a sniper? You're an archer. This is level 2. Okay, so complete. And I know constant. Oh, Flan is gone, so her. Don't have anything for her, just Anne. Brienne. Holy Knight is what she's to work on. Which is everything. And it's faith and writing. Okay. It'll be interesting. And it's faith and writing for Marianne. Lance. Faith is pretty good. B plus on that. Almost there. Writing. Okay. Leone. Oh, night like here. Okay, so that is. Got it. Bow of A. Nope. Okay. Right of A. Pink. Bow on the go. Cool. Cinnamon. I have nothing for you. Voila, nothing for you. Just need for writing, right? Bow of A, Lances. Right, okay. On that. Yeah, you're already on yours. Anna. Just need sword. Might have yours. Are we just waiting on levels for you too? Swordmaster. Yep, just waiting on levels. Okay. That means I have to put these 3 so far in. Yeah, Ignatz, Leone, Anna, Hubert. They're already. Or not Hubert. Hubert's already done. Yuri, he's already set, right? He wanted to be Immortal Savant. Done his. Okay. Alphys. Want to. War Master? I think that's what you are. You're a War Monk. Okay. And Brawl. Still working on yours. Okay, ooh. Hey, you guys get to see what I'm doing. X and Brawl. Okay. Constance. Yours is already complete. Happy. Same thing like Constance. So she's working on hers. Cool. Supports. Wow. This may be a long video. Let us go in. Do. What do we got? Got so much to do. Brave items, master seals. Really, girl? Whatever.
Professor!
What's up, Gaspar?
Hey, Professor, something's been bothering me.
What?
Remember that suspicious guy I chased after back when I was a student? A knight scolded me for it, but at the time I really thought I was doing the right thing. Now that I've had more experience on the battlefield, though...
I've been looking for you. There isn't much time, so I'll keep this brief. The knights encountered a band of brigands while out marching. It was hard fought, but we prevailed. Our soldiers are highly trained, but the enemy was formidable, and we weren't expecting combat. There were a number of casualties among our troops.
Pray for their souls. Why report this to me?
There is something I wanted to bring to your attention. The brigands all bore identical tattoos of a scorpion on their arms. Please keep an eye out for that mark in the future.
Oh no.
Thank you.
Don't mention it. If you'll excuse me, I need to get back to my duties.
Heck of a coincidence, right? As soon as I mention that suspicious guy, this happens.
Good to hear they've been dealt with.
But some of the knights died in combat. They died because of what I did 5 years ago. This is my fault. If I'd stayed quiet and tracked the guy down like you said, we would have stopped those brigands sooner. And I wouldn't have blood on my hands.
But he might have harmed the children.
But he probably wouldn't have. Now those knights, they're not coming back. We both know it. This is all my fault.
Okay, let's go talk to people.
You've survived. How very fortunate. Were you dead, I wouldn't be able to fight you. But you are very much alive. Now I have a chance to kill you.
Advanced drills, huh?
Edelgard is controlling the Empire. She is putting the pressure on the Kingdom and Alliance. Empire and religion are at open war. It will be difficult for us at first, but corrupt nobles are many. That means the common people will rebel and be joining our side. With you, Professor, the battle tides will turn. I have certainty.
Now, is this stuff I think I get? How much they're training me now.
For 5 years, I fought for the Empire. I've cut down hordes of enemies. Now I have the same look in my eyes that the boar used to have in his. The look of a savage beast who loves nothing but destruction and violence.
I don't see that look in your eyes.
I hope not. You and Edelgard must not disappoint me. Mark my words. The future you're building had better be worth all this bloodshed.
Oh, okay. What we got? Got for me, Ace. Silver bow, don't care. Oh, 11 sword, don't care. For steel, don't care. But still, don't care.
I thought you might be at the monastery. That's why I made my way here. I decided to follow your path because I believed in you. Then you vanished. Now that you've returned, I have my guiding light once again. Welcome back, Professor.
Thank you, Ignatz.
Yeah.
Oh shit, just shot my controller. Come on.
All right, I'm ready to fight. Let's do this.
Oh, slow down.
You're right. I gotta keep it under control or I'm gonna wear myself out too quickly. Maybe I'll just get rid of a few monsters. Or is that too risky right before a mission?
You do what you need to, buddy.
Professor? Hey, Professor. It's been a really long time, hasn't it? The last 5 years have been full of heartbreak. Not from girls, but friends and family becoming enemies. One of the things that kept me going was the hope you'd return. And now here you are. A lot has changed, but you're back. And it's the first time I can remember being happy in a while.
Indeed. House Gloucester will remain staunchly neutral in this war, even if we press into Alliance territory. My father is no threat to the Empire. Lady Edelgard surely understands that. The Great Bridge of Myrden, however, is another story. I hear it is held by Judith of House Daphne. She is renowned for her military prowess. We would do well not to underestimate her.
Wow, he actually went from creepy to actually handsome. Oh, dude.
Okay. Hello. The north side
side of the Great Bridge of Murden is in the territory of Acheron of the Alliance. He's known as the Weather Vane. He's a notoriously flippant man. A man like that doesn't have the guts to give it all for the defense of that bridge.
This way. A lot of talking spots. I might as well hit them all.
No. Since the great nobles lost their standing, the regulation of the merchant houses has relaxed somewhat. You'd probably have thought that would make it easier for us to profit, but the world isn't so simple. The war has made the price of goods unstable, causing no end of hardship for the people.
Hello, Professor. What brings you here? Fancy a bit of fishing?
Sure.
You know, I can hardly go fishing without thinking of old Gerald. He and I would just sit here, casting our lines again and again. I'm no better at it now than I was then. Not a single nibble.
Maybe if you were quieter.
Just like your father. You know all the tricks of the fisherman's trade. I was hopeless at it, but he was a master. In the time it took me to catch one fish, he could fill his basket to the brim. You know, talking to you, I'm feeling very nostalgic. Why don't you join me? We can trade some stories about the old man. We spoke before about how Gerald never seemed to age, right? Once, when he was drunk, he let the secret slip. He said he'd had an infusion of crest-bearing blood, and it had greatly extended his life.
You're kidding, right?
Well, we'd both been drinking. I figured he was joking, so I just laughed it off. Then I asked him his age. He said he'd stopped counting after he hit 100. And he was telling the truth. In those 20 years he was away, he didn't age a bit. An incredible person, to be sure. And I probably don't know the half of it. Actually, I'd like to ask you something about Gerald, if you don't mind. When Gerald was away from the monastery, what was he like?
He did nothing but drink.
In other words, he was exactly the same. When I was his squire, he was always hollering for a drink. He just wouldn't put a cork in it. But on the battlefield, he was unequaled. That's why people used to call him the Blade Breaker. I have to say, right now, fishing with you, it really takes me back. This feels just like the good old days, when Gerald was sitting alongside me.
Nice. Who's over here?
What's that look on your face? Surprised to see me? I'm a
Kind of.
mercenary. Always have been. Even when I was with the Knights of Saros. I never was too attached to Fodlan. I was considering leaving soon, but I might change my mind if you're around.
Thanks, girl.
Are we leaving for battle? I heard it's a long march. But it's fine. I've had plenty of time to stay inside lately, so I think it's time I went out. Yeah, I can do this. No more Bernie Bear.
That's the spirit.
Yes, but, please don't put me up front, okay?
Burn, you are our impenetrable wall. You're peeing in front.
Hello.
There's no way she is not in front.
Hey! Yep.
Professor, please do not be concerned. I just did too much overworking and lost my strength.
Are you okay?
Yes, I have no problems. Accept my apology for giving you worry. I have sorrow. I mean, I am sorry to be fainting at a time like this. Even though I was not asking for your care and attention, you gave it willingly.
You must stop pushing yourself too hard.
Will you have a listen to me? There is something that I must be saying. I am thinking you already have knowledge of why I came to Fodlan. Not for studying, but as a hostage for the Empire. So that Bridget would not be rebelling anymore. It feels like a knife against my throat. That I am making my grandfather obey the Empire. Because I am a hostage, it is not an option to be giving up. I must be fighting, and winning, and staying alive. I must do anything to be making life better for Bridget. To be making Bridget and the Empire stand as equals. That is what my people are wanting from me. And what my grandfather, the King of Bridget, is wanting.
And what do you want?
My want? I am not knowing of that. The wants of my people are something I have power to achieve. Their wants are my own.
Only you can know what you want.
What I really want... I have understanding. Wait, no, I actually do not have understanding. Yet. What I am understanding is that there is something I am not understanding. When I know what my true want is, I give you my promise that I will be telling you first.
Thank you, Petra. You're such a sweetie. Cool, there's another one.
Hi.
Go see who's up here.
Right. Hi there.
Professor.
Here?
Thanks for your help out there. Battles tend to go smoother with you around.
Smoother?
I can count on you doing most of the heavy lifting. It may be unwise to think this way on the battlefield, but I feel I can trust your commands without question.
I still make mistakes.
Don't we all? But, judging by the results of our recent battles, you're clearly good at this. I've also noticed that you've been putting me in more precarious situations lately. Almost like you know I won't question your orders.
I know I can rely on you.
Huh. I'm glad you trust me to get the job done, but still, I knew you were doing it on purpose. You're in a very important position now that you're leader of the Imperial Army. Funny to think you used to just teach at the Officers' Academy. Your old students still call you Professor. That's no title for the commander of an army.
There's no harm in it.
Relax, I was just having fun. You sure are an interesting one. My people lost the war, and I was left to wander Fodlan alone, but I guess meeting you was my prize. You look confused. Did you not know any of this? I was living in my homeland of Dagda up until the Imperial Army destroyed it 10 years ago. But being a mercenary, I have no real allegiance. That's why I'm working here now. Don't worry though, I don't plan to turn on you.
Okay?
Hi. No.
I've been searching for an ideal wife. I'm to start the family for years now. How long must I wait? After the war, such pursuits will be much easier. Now, of course, it's our local pervert.
Hey.
Hi there!
Or lecher.
I was so surprised to hear that the faith of Saros was a sham, my eyes nearly popped out of my skull. But just because the church lied to us doesn't mean that the goddess isn't real. That's my take on it anyway. I'd feel very anxious with no one to pray to.
One, right? Oh, there she is.
After the battle 5 years ago, the Imperial Army occupied Garreg Mach. The cathedral and several other buildings were destroyed, but we've done some repair work here and there, and we're using the buildings as a base of operations. As for me, well, the church moved its headquarters to Fargus, and I've seen no reason to follow. When I returned to Enbar, I received a summons from Her Majesty, and I chose to answer.
Me?
Thank you.
No.
Professor, since you came back, everyone's been smiling. Just you being here makes an incredible difference. I can't express how reassuring it is to see you.
Quite handsome there, Ash.
Need something? See you again soon.
Gonna take a third playthrough to finish those off. Hop on in here.
Within the territories of the Alliance, the Gloucester and Daphnel houses dominate the West. House Gloucester has always supported the Empire. There's not much chance of them defying us. So all that needs to be done to restore peace in the West now is to crush House Daphnel.
Okay. Bird. Prettier. Pretty.
The last 5 years have been difficult at times. My relationship with Edelgard is rather contentious, due to the incident with my father. Nevertheless, I cannot abandon my family's duties. As Duke Eyre, I must play my part in the Imperial Army. Edelgard intends to abolish the nobility, but I know I can dissuade her from doing so.
No.
Hey!
Okay, let's go this way.
Yep.
Hey there. Ah, a new face. I am Randolph von Bergles. I'm the guardian of this place. Wait a moment. I'm sure I've seen you somewhere before. Ah, yes. You're Her Majesty's professor. You're alive? Oh, this is my little sister, Fleisch. She's just a rookie, but she's helping me as my assistant.
Hello, I'm Fleisch von Bergles. It's nice to meet you. I know I'm inexperienced, but I'm gonna do my best. You can count on me to look after my big brother.
I've heard you're planning to march into Alliance territory. I'll be here to guard the fort.
Okay.
There were clashes with the Kingdom Army near the Western Front, but this is the first time the Alliance Army has had an honest-to-goodness fight. I hear their leader's pretty competent, but the Alliance Army is pretty tough too.
And why are you guys at a deadlock?
Professor? Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. What's that? Do I have brothers in the church? You really are well informed. My older twin works for the Knights of Saros, but I think he's just a grunt, not a noble gatekeeper like yours truly. Unlike me, he's very devout. He left the Empire a long time ago.
Huh.
Really now, there's unrest everywhere these days. All of my fellow merchants seem to be endangered. I hope things go back to normal soon. People need more to smile about, aside from my great deals. Hey, how about a favor?
6. Okay.
A moment, please.
By making an enemy of the church, disorder is running rampant among the populace. It's quieted down over these last 5 years, though. The well-being of Her Majesty is steadily improving.
Okay. Huh?
At long last, we meet again. I knew you were alive. I knew you could survive. And 5 years on, you arrive. We're reunited. I'm glad I kept watch for you in the downstream villages all that time. I was so devoted to finding you that I left the Knights of Seros. Now I serve no one other than you. I'll protect you, just as I promised Captain Gerald I would all those years ago.
Okay. You do that.
Yes. His Highness, the new king, is in the process of unifying the kingdom under his command. His powerful army has joined forces with the Knights of Seros, who moved their seat to Fargus. And now they're presenting a united front against the Imperial army. They're our greatest enemy, absolutely.
Can you fight against your homeland?
I don't relish the idea, but there's no turning back now. For now, we should focus our efforts on the Alliance. The Kingdom and Church can come afterwards. Judith, who defends the Great Bridge of Myrden, is a formidable opponent. We can't afford to drop our guard.
I need a favor.
Cool. Next.
I'm relieved you're here, Professor. It seems we've reached a stalemate on the war front. I admit I'm feeling apprehensive about fighting the Alliance.
You don't have to do anything you don't want to.
No. I have to shelve my personal feelings. There are bigger things at play here. I'll fight with full force. I'm counting on you to lead us to victory, Professor.
Okay. Daddies?
I have good friends in both the Alliance and Fargus, so this fighting weighs heavily on me. I can't bear the thought of battling the Knights of Seros to the death. I have to keep my chin up though, right? Let's press on together, Professor.
This is why you never make friends during wartime.
I've been working here for a few years now. There are plenty of others working here too. Since the acolytes and students aren't here, it's up to us to pick up the slack.
Professor! Oh my, it's so good to see you. These days, so many old friends seem to be disappearing. But you're here. It's incredible to see you again after 5 years. I have a feeling your name will go down in history.
I don't want it to. They're just infused with magic. And I have no money.
My father used to be a knight in service of the royal family of Fargus. For a time he was at the monastery, but apparently he's back in Fargus serving as a knight again. Which means, if I fight with this army, I'll eventually have to face my own father.
If you want to leave, does that frighten you?
Terribly. But I've accepted my fate. I'm ready for anything. Of course, if at all possible, I would prefer not to fight my father. This is the path I chose. I have no regrets.
Is that everybody? Nope. Apparently I missed a mission. Oh, I'm going all the way upstairs, aren't I? Bunch of people. Let's work our way up here first.
Professor, I'm sorry to have dragged you into the fight again so soon after our reunion, but you appeared at a most opportune time. I'm truly humbled by your support, my teacher. Thank you.
Hope I'm not rusty.
You may be worried, but you shouldn't be. You always manage to pull through. Make sure you're ready to head out, okay?
Allow me to brief you on the details of our situation. The Empire firmly controls the western portion of Fargus. However, the central and eastern regions continue to put up heavy resistance. The strongholds in these regions are Aryan Road, the fortress city, and Ferdiad, the kingdom capital. We cannot control Fargus until we have taken both of these cities. As for the Alliance, Houses Gloucester and Ordelia seem predisposed to capitulate to us. However, due to interference from Houses Regan and Goneril, we have yet to secure their cooperation. Claude obviously hopes to keep the Alliance whole through diplomacy. But because we have had to focus our efforts against the Church until now, our forces have yet to meet his. We have only recently begun to take the fight to Alliance territory. I have a request for you.
Okay, cool. Almost done.
Hello. Professor, do you know how happy I was to hear you were still alive? I'll tell you how happy. For the past 2 days, I haven't had my morning or my afternoon naps.
Morning nap.
Yes?
You finally joined us, have you? I attached myself to the Imperial Army as well. Seemed the thing to do. I feel I owe it to Edelgard to set my past feelings about the Empire aside. I am happy to help her. It's strange, isn't it? After 5 years, the 3 professors are together once more. I am most curious, though. You say you were asleep for 5 whole years. Incredible. Perhaps this is another effect of your crest. I do look forward to investigating you in greater detail.
We can talk about that.
Wonderful news. I am most excited to begin. We must find the time, of course.
2 more.
Really? I'm so glad to see you're all right. I really regretted not being able to keep the promise I made to my mentor.
Promise?
Captain Gerald told me that if anything should happen to him, then I should stick by you. I'm going to do just what he asked. I'll be right here to support you from now on.
Thanks, I guess.
Well...
It's normal for history to be revised in favor of those who hold the power. The documents in this library are no exception. It's perfectly possible for someone to have made edits to them. But it's my belief that no one has the power to blot out the truth entirely. I like to read the same texts over and over again. That way, I can spot some of the truths hidden between the lines.
Now, is that all of them? Oh, Mary Ann's up here.
My adoptive father sent me here so our family name would be known. He doesn't care which side wins, the Empire or the Alliance. However, even if he tells me to come home, I intend to stay. I want to see this new world Edelgard dreams of.
Around meals, huh? Let's see if I can get enough of these people up. Motivation.
I think I like this.
Ooh,
What do we got?
That looks appetizing.
I appreciate any...
That looks
This is...
Uh-oh.
I know why you sat us next to each other. You want to see who can eat more quickly.
Ferdinand, please stop making everything a competition against me.
While I have little...
ooh, I love this stuff.
Oh. I ran out. Seriously. More tea. Do. Apparently I'm gonna go buy more tea. Oh, these are so gonna take a while to do, aren't they? Anyway, I will do that next time. So guys, thank you for watching. Hopefully you're enjoying. I know these episodes have been getting longer and longer. I'm sorry. Not intentional. It just happens as it is. But please take care. Please like and share if you can. See you next time. Bye.